Here are some signs that you are ahead or starting to become ahead financially. And the reason I want to talk about this is because, at least for myself, I feel like I'm always looking out there and I see people doing things, and sometimes they're great things and I'm happy for them, but I can't help but get that feeling in the back of my head like, wow, everybody's really doing good. Like they're just making it and I'm so far behind. And I wanted to make this video today just to kind of showcase that you might actually be doing better off than you think. And starting off with that is, if you're seeking advice or looking at ways to better your financial future, or just in general your financial goals, then you're already steps ahead majority of people. Most people aren't researching how they can maximize their retirement or maximize their gains on investments, things like that, or just even simple things of how to save more and what they can do to become financially free and debt free. A lot of people aren't out there looking at stuff like that. They're not reading books, they're not looking at articles online, they're not watching videos like this. They're just simply not looking at all. And for some people that's okay. They still do the proper things and they stay out of debt and all that, and that's fine. But I guarantee you, the people that are researching and seeking advice and just trying to do better financially are going to do better, and you're already leaps and bounds ahead of most of those people. The second topic is, you're conscious of where your money goes. And it's as simple as it sounds. You know exactly where your money goes. You know that how much your car insurance is. You know how much your phone bill is. You know how much your rent or mortgage is. You know how much you spend on groceries. You know, if you had extra money, what you're going to do with it. And not everybody knows where their money goes. I mean, a lot of people have credit card debt and they buy things and they put it on these cards and they just keep racking up money and debt, and they don't even realize it, that they only make, say, 6,000 a month and they're spending 9,000. And some people may realize it, but a lot of people just don't look at what they're buying, how much they're spending, and where their money goes. If you were to stop and ask someone how much they make a month take home after, taxes and all, I think you'd be surprised at how many people can actually answer that. Not everybody knows an actual number. Now, I know some people's pay is going to fluctuate, right? Not everybody's salary, but it is still kind of shocking. Like, if I watch or listen to some podcasts on, like, Dave Ramsey or any others, people don't even know how much they're bringing in. I mean, if they don't even know how much they make, how are they going to know how much is going out? The next thing is savings. If you have a savings account or starting a savings account, even if you're just starting one, you're still way ahead of most people. And you may think to yourself, like, I don't have very much in there, but recent studies have shown that 50%, I think it was 51% of Americans could not afford an emergency above $1,000. Now, what this means is that for majority of people, if they have like a big mechanic repair, or, well, in these times a small repair can be over $1,000, but if they have anything go wrong, essentially, they're screwed, and they'd probably have to put it on a credit card. And now they're paying 24% interest to pay back on an emergency that they had. And I know not everybody can save much, but uh, if you haven't started your savings, you gotta start now. Even if you can only put a little bit in, I guarantee you, after you get that first 1,000 and then it goes from there, it will just keep growing. You'll want to save more and you will feel that weight lifted off you, knowing that you have something in case of an emergency, in case something bad happens. Hopefully not, but if it does, that you have a backup plan, you have a safety net to fall on You don't have to pull out that credit card. You don't have to go ask somebody to borrow. You don't have to get like a payday loan or a cash advance. You can just take the money out of your savings and pay for it. Another topic that to me shows that you're ahead of most people is you shop around and research. A lot of people, at least that I've met, don't do this. They don't shop around, they don't research. They will say, go to the dealership and find a car they like, buy it right there. They won't look online and find another dealership that has it for a better price, or say they find anything, an item they like, say some headphones or something. They're not going to shop around to save 50 bucks. They're going to just buy it right there because they're right there and it's right there and it's simple, it's easy, right? But the thing is, when you shop around and you do your research on if you're paying a good price for an item and if you can find it somewhere else cheaper, those savings add up. You buy an item, you find it online, it's 40 bucks cheaper, there's 40. You say another item, you save 20 bucks and 30 and 50 and 10 and 20. It all adds up to hundreds of dollars eventually, especially with big ticket items like cars, with how expensive cars are now. I believe the new average car price is $50,000. So shopping around on your car can save you a ton of money if you can find a good deal. And sometimes you may have to do some travel. You can find some cars out of state, even somewhere that has that particular model or trim level or something that you want. And maybe they have it for several thousand cheaper. You may just have to drive to go get it and have a short trip back, depending on where you are and where it is. But if you're doing those things, if you're researching and shopping around and trying to find the best deal possible, that's just another proven thing that you're ahead of most people that don't do that. Lastly, if you have a retirement or you are investing. Now, this is huge. I know several people that they don't have a retirement, they're not investing. They may have a savings, and that's great. Again, that's fantastic if you have a savings, and it's something you can fall back on. It's wonderful. But you also need to, once you have that savings, start investing in your future. And if you have a investment account or something like a Roth IRA, then you're doing great. Now, I would always encourage people, if your employer offers a 401k and they match, you should always take that because that's free money that when they match what you're putting in. So you might as well do that. Also, you can have a Roth IRA, which is a great option for your retirement. Just don't forget, I have seen or heard of people doing this. If you have a Roth IRA, you still have to go in there and actually invest that because there are people out there that have put the money in the Roth IRA and they think it's just going to grow. You have to actually go into the Roth IRA and start the investing and pick where you want that money to go. And I would like to do a deep dive in investing. It can be a really great thing. Personally, I think like day trading, stuff like that, if you really want to get into that, sure, but I think that's super risky and volatile and just not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking to be debt free and grow for my future and my family's future, not risk it all like gambling it away doing day trading. If it works for you, great, but to me, it's too risky. To me, something simple like an S&P 500 or VOO is a great stock to invest in. They see, I believe, on average, like 10 or 11% gains. And for the people out there that are worried about, well, what about when it comes crashing down? Well, honestly, that's just great. You can just buy more of it. Because if you are investing for your future, you're not going to be selling anytime soon. And until you sell those, you haven't lost any money. If you buy a stock here and next year it's down here, and then the year after that it's down here, well, eventually, if it's something like the S&P 500, it's going to correct itself. It's going to come back. and you're going to probably do better than you were before, and you got to buy a bunch of it at a low price. And again, if you're investing in the long run, you're not worried about that, right? I'm not, at least, because as it falls, it will come back, and I will just continually buy every month just the little bit I can, or whatever I'm doing, however I'm doing it, and I will continue that. Anyways, like I said, these to me are just some of the ways that you can show yourself you are doing better than you think financially. You are ahead and you can get ahead. Thanks, and I hope this was helpful for anyone, and I hope you all have a wonderful time.